Hi, welcome back to Jen's Jungle with Ebby the Adventure Cat, and today Ebby is picking another adventure from his adventure pool. So let's open it up and see what he's picked. Each ball contains an adventure and a little treat for Ebby. So here he is enjoying the treat, and today Ebby is going to a museum. So let's get him all dressed. We're going to go to his little wardrobe, and today we're going to wear his shark harness. This is a butterfly design harness, which means it wraps around him and it's nice and secure, but it's also soft and flexible. I like this one when we're not going on big outdoor adventures. It's nice and comfortable for him to wear, especially when he's in his carrier for longer. So here he is all ready and looking very handsome in his harness. It fits him really nicely and we are ready to go. So before heading to the museum, we're just going to have a little walk along the seafront. This just allows all the boys to stretch their legs, and it's such a beautiful spot. How can we resist going for a little walk first? And then we get Ebby all in his backpack ready to go. So here we are at the museum. This is the Dinosaur Land Museum in Lyme Regis. It is a great museum. It is dog and cat friendly, and there is just so much to see, so many fossils. Here's a really big Ichthyosaurus fossil, and the dogs are here as well, of course, because it is doggy friendly. There was so much for Ebby to look at, and I enjoyed looking at it as well. In this first room, there was just so many different fossils of all different sea beasts. It was amazing. They have fossils from all around the world to look at. The museum is full of different rooms to look at, and up above are really cool dinosaur models. I loved looking at all these ammonites, whereas Ebby was fascinated by the dinosaurs above. They were really cool to look at. So we explored all the downstairs rooms. This crocodile room had these amazing old skulls in them. However, I think Ebby was more fascinated by this really cool fossil. And then we moved on to this little room full of eggs and baby dinosaurs. Ebby himself being a baby dinosaur, I think he liked this room. However, I think he really wanted to go upstairs and have a look there. So we headed up, and this gives a great overview of all the downstairs museum and the dinosaur models above. I think Ebby was completely fascinated by this. Then upstairs they have this really cool time gallery, and this basically takes you through time from the first creatures up until the dinosaurs. There were these really cool early sea creatures, but Ebby was not too interested in these. He became much more interested in the land creatures. I think he was a bit nervous by this little dinosaur being eaten, but I told him it would be nice and safe in his backpack. And he seemed completely fascinated by these dinosaurs. He identifies as a dinosaur, so I think he loved these ones. It was such a cool little walk through time, which we both really enjoyed. We then headed back downstairs to this marine room with all these marine creatures. Ebby absolutely loved this tank. He was just completely fascinated by it by both sides. He just couldn't stop staring at it. I think this was one of his favourite bits. But he did enjoy looking around the rest of the room as well. We then headed outside, and they had this really cool Jurassic and Jurassic Garden, which they tried to make it look like the ecological systems of the past. But again, Ebby enjoyed looking at. He's just interested in everything. Finally, we had a little walk by the river before heading back in the car, and Ebby nicked Dylan's seat, which he was not impressed at. This was a lovely little adventure, a bit different this week. Please follow us for a new Ebby adventure each and every week.